you talking about?
No. In the other direction, the problem is that like Damian Wayne is the character that Batman has to save, right? Is showing to be
Right.
Batman instead of Jason Todd is the
Correct.
problem.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
But if he finds out that Batman was like, it's fine as long as it's not me doing it, he will be completely disillusioned to the
no.
ideals of what Batman is.
But Bruce doesn't even know it happens. That's my point.
That's worse. He'll be so
That's
upset.
my
Hey,
point.
y'all, we're live.
Hi, everybody. We are here debating the morality of life and death and how some people just need to die.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Like
Jax did nothing wrong.
Jax did nothing wrong.
That's
Is
nothing
her
wrong.
take. So,
I'm glad.
welcome everybody to Tales from the Table Studios, where you deserve a seat at the table. My name is T.R. Grimm. I am here with these lovely, lovely people to yet again run our ongoing Sentai and Sensibility games split between two tables and roughly 85 years. I'm going to go ahead and have everybody introduce themselves, their character, and that character's role real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and hop into a very important press conference. Let's go ahead and popcorn off of Jax.
Hello, everybody. I don't think I'm muted. If I am, that's too bad for you. I am Extel. Thank you. That was partially me checking. I am Extel. Pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Jax. Put him in the ground, LaFay.
Who did in fact put him in the ground.
It's true, yeah. He's got bodies, and not the good kind. Yeah, and also he, him for big old Jax there. But I'll throw it over to Kay.
Hi, I'm Kay. I'm she, her. I'm playing Coraline Emberton, who's also she, her. And I'll take it over to Kemma.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite them, Kim. I'm like all the other nerds you follow, except emphasis on the them this time. I am playing Ellis Ilima, Judge of the Yellow Isle. I got to say that last time. It was fun. Yeah, they, them pronouns, and Lion, take it away.
Hey, y'all, it's Strike Lionheart. Most people call me Lion. I use they, he pronouns. And tonight I will be playing Adam Levy, who uses he, they pronouns. And here I am, once again, back in my safety spot, going last. It's a wonderful time. And I'll throw it back to Grim.
Perfect. So, X. It's been about an hour after Adam left you. You feel the matrix in your system burning out the alcohol within you. One of the problems of being, not that you are, as in one or two generations connected to Tanya, but you are close enough where getting drunk long term is a problem for you. It just works itself out of your system so quickly that the draconic fire within you just burns it out if you don't keep your stores stocked, as it were, on the inside. But you wake alone on this couch in your home, a place you rarely, if ever, do find yourself unless things have well and truly fallen apart. You are often in either the bed of a paramour or over at the Levy household with perhaps your... Would you call Shmuel one of your closest family relations?
Yeah, it's my buddy. It's my best friend.
Yeah. The part of, in Jax's mind, part of the reason why Shmuel and his wife got together was because of you within Jax's head.
I did play Cupid a little bit back in the day. This is true.
Sure. We'll go with that. But you wake and your head is clear. Probably fully for the first time since you've done your dirty deed, as it were.
Shmoo, is that you? You in there?
And this takes place after Adam has left and gone to the comfort of his own paramours. You see a older man, you can tell where Adam gets many of his own features from through his father, through Shmuel. He's a little crooked now. It takes effort for the old man to make it this far, because unlike for you, the years Shmuel's aging has been graceful, but it's been aging. Oh, oh, my friend. As he says, as you see him, you look over and you see him sitting in the chair that this is probably not the first time that Shmuel has found you in such a state. It doesn't happen often, but within your over 80, almost 100 years of friendship, he has probably a particular chair. He has a particular glass of wine he's poured himself. He has a particular, very nasty hangover cure that he swears comes from a great great uncle that is sat in front of you, even though he knows you don't need it. He still expects you to drink it like you do every time.
And I do.
And it
Oh,
is.
you look like you look spry as a summer chicken there.
Jax, are we not a bit old for rash emotional decisions?
What you talking about?
You see him looking into his glass of. You're assuming, knowing him, it's probably the almost 200, the almost 150-year-old bottle of port that you keep around mainly for him at this point. The deep, almost velveteen color of it, catching in the firelight as he takes a sip. I understand that from my own sources that you were promised information and you were given information. It's information I could not find, and even through all my years of studying. And I'm sorry for that. But you've made a mess, my friend.
Oh, you know me, Shmuel.
You'll clean it
I ain't
up.
never been
You
one to
always
shy
do.
away from a mess.
You clean it up. You always do. I just want to let you know you will always have my support. I love you dearly. But if you ever put Adam in that kind of danger again, you see he grip his walking stick, which you also realize is his staff. And as he taps it, there's a thrum of power that courses through the room. Um, with as learned and schooled and the amount of time that Shmuel has put into his studies, both mundane and esoteric, for all of his looking at and being an old man, you know that if Shmuel wanted to, he could probably take just about anybody once.
Shmuel, you know I consider a Dom family just as I do you.
And I appreciate that. And I also know that you consider the children who were taken family, as they are, as they should be. I know that you also consider many others who are close to you to be within the bounds of family to a degree. But my late son's son is the future of my legacy. More than that, he is the soul of my people in this land. Whether he is ready to take on that burden or not, it is a time that is coming for him. Hopefully not for many years, but he needs to be ready to take roles on that he seems to wish to avoid emulating you. As you know. But I need you to understand that first and foremost, that is my boy, and I love you like a brother. but the threat that you put onto his shoulders, wantingly, knowingly, or not, is inexcusable. You make a mess, I'm used to your messes. I will help you clean it. I will get you the bucket. I will I will dispose of dirty remains as I have done for you on more than one occasion. But you will not involve in Dom in any other actions like this. I love you like a brother. You are one of the most important people to me. But my most important person will always be a Dom.
Understood. Well, there's a lot of actions going to be tied together with me and Adam, so it's hard to separate the two with us being rangers and all.
And
Again,
that's understandable, but from my understanding, he had no knowledge of this. He was unprepared by it. When he saw the paper this morning, he was frozen in shock. He was unprepared. If you do these things, the first thing you need to do is tell Adam about them.
I ain't have enough time, Shmuel. What do you want me to do? You know what? Hold on there, mister. Before you tell me the location of my kids, let me run on down to my great nephew's
You had your
place
morpher
and
on
check
you.
in. And
You
it
were
was
in a
late at night.
carriage. You traveled by carriage. You had time in the carriage to reach out through the morpher that connects not only you to Adam, but to Ellis and whoever the young woman is that has the Rose Ranger's rule. Do not talk to me about not having time. You don't lack time. You lack, as always, sense. Jax LaFay. You see him just breathe out, and you see the weight that all of this anger and frustration has put onto this man who is over 100 years old and does not have the support of as heavy of a Fey ancestry as you do. He looks tired. What do you need for me to help you with this? I don't want to fight. I don't wish to continue to fight. I can't have the energy for that and take care of the other things that need to be done. I know that you will never knowingly put Adam in harm like that unless there are extreme circumstances. Forgive an old man his frustrations.
I understand them. I do. I'm gonna put together a press conference.
I will reach out to individuals and make sure the right people are there for it. You should invite and send a letter of invitation to the commissioner of the London Constabulary, if you have not thought of doing so already to that. As well as a letter to the as well as a missive to the royal family to have someone there on set for the conference as well, as it were.
Well, if you don't mind sending a letter for me, you know me, I was never one with words.
I will make sure the right people are present for it. I'm assuming you're going to want to do it here. Yes.
At my house? No, look at this place. It's a mess.
I brought staff. They're already working on the main welcoming area. They'll have it cleaned up.
You know I don't like staff in my house more.
They are well compensated. They are better taken care of than anyone else that I know of. And they are not staff. They are members of my own household and members of my family.
Yeah, still.
It is my
I like things the way they are.
And while I understand that, General LaFay, unfortunately, this is one of those times where you have to use the facets of your station to your advantage.
Well, rightly so. I don't care what the public thinks, more so than the fact that they know the whole truth.
Which will happen, and we will make sure that that happens. I will go send the letters, get yourself cleaned up. Wear your uniform. It'll put a good presentation on this. He says as he stands up, and you see him leaning heavily on on his walking stick as he walks himself out. One of the members of his household meeting him at the door. And Jax, you are one of my only remaining pieces of family. I don't want you to think that I've forgotten that. While this is all going on, there's a break in time. This is when we cut back to seeing the goings on at Coraline's household. We see what happens with Ellis for their walking around the the property meeting and walking with that constable for a bit. We get flashes of Adam's going on, and we actually see Adam's second passing of Shmuel in the house right as those last letters go out. He's actually he was in the office. We now see as Adam leaves, running across to the Emberton house, the camera pending down to Shmuel's desk where he signs his name on the last missive for an immediate press conference, setting very quickly to be happening at General LaFay's estate. And as we see Ellis coming and taking their position for the evening on the exterior of the location, and we see Adam running in through the door and exiting with Coraline into their proper carriages. Jax, there is a room full of reporters, soldiers, royals, lords, members of the the Commons for the House for Parliament. There are all sorts of representatives and peoples from all walks of life assembled, and there is a podium that has your crest on it, and you do see that Shmuel is getting ready to walk to the stage to start this off and welcome you on.
I do make sure that I always forget his name. The guy that killed his wife is there.
Yes.
Can't even be bothered to
Remember his name.
Wild.
He was a shitbag. Why would I remember his name?
Wild.
Yes, the now Dowager Lady Fastari is in attendance. You see that you were talked to her. It didn't take a lot of convincing, especially when you found her in the arms of the female staff that directed you to her before, that you were seeing much more than a close embrace. But you got her there. Her person is there also, off of the stage in the back, waiting for her to finish off her part so they can leave in peace. And yeah, you look at your timepiece, and it is in fact time. All right, everyone assembled. This conference and release of information has been called by General Jacques Lafay. I'm going to go ahead and have him come now. There will be the information he gives, and then there will be a time for pressing and pertinent questions only. He does reserve the right to, of course, ignore or move past any questions that are not serviceable to this information. He steps back, offers you the podium, and sits down.
Hello, everybody. It's not often that I call these, so I hope you understand the importance of it that I do now. You may have all heard about the recent execution of Lord Fastari.
Yep.
I'm here to tell you that it was me.
Just people just in talking. They're more less primitive than you would think they are for this time period. It is almost the 1900s. There are pictures and photos taken of that that will doubtlessly be given to engravers for the next run of paper. People are jotting notes down. And there's a call of outrage that is quickly silenced, and quickly the murmuring dies down to a level where you will talk unimpeded again.
The reason I call this is to explain why. You see, Fistari tried to poison me when I went to visit his home for a social calling. I'm resistant to many poisons, so it did not take effect as he had hoped. And when I confronted him about it, he changed into some giant creature resembling, well, a creature that I've seen too many times before in my past. It seems he has been in contact with the Shadow King.
And that creates an uproar. And it's just people shouting, people going, just there are cries of the Shadow King's been gone for 80 years. There've been cries of things being incorrect. That can't be so. You know, and in that moment there's this individual you see in the back who just raises up a hand, obviously having a question for you. Not making a noise, not making a shout, just patiently waiting.
Hold it until I'm finished, please. I will get to you, but
You see the individual nod as they jot something down on their notebook. It takes
now
longer this time, but the crowd does eventually die back down.
I understand that the methods in which I dispatched of Damien Fastari is not usual. And I will admit, perhaps it should have been done at a different time. But my concern for his intentions could not lay to rest. And to further illustrate what type of man he was, I have brought his wife to speak about her experience. Now step to the side.
She looks at you, and you can see there's this moment in her head as she's realizing that even if could kill her if she wanted to, she could utterly ruin you right now. She has this moment of realization of that. But you see her seal herself. She walks up and she delivers a monologue into the travesties that her husband did commit, the wrongdoings that he had done, the fact that the war that cost England so many lives of so many young individuals, regardless of class, regardless of anything other than them being young enough to be in service, cost England perhaps its most important resource, its youth. And you see her go into the mistreatment and the way that he misused her own family's funds, her own monies were taken and kept away from her. The no comforts, there were no, everything was done to maximize exactly what Damien Fastari wanted. And she paints a damning image of Damien Fastari.
Thank you. I know that was tough.
She nods. May I leave?
Yeah. Go get your rest.
You see her walk through the back, and you can, with your heightened senses, hear her kind of crying into the shoulder of her companion as they leave. From your understanding, in their process of leaving the country, apparently one of the last things that Damien Fastari was not able to take from her was a summer house over on the Iberian Peninsula, where she seems to be in the process of moving all remaining assets to.
I do this not to illustrate or excuse myself of any consequences that come from my actions, but just so that you understand that not all people who claim to care for you have your interest at heart. And you should question, you should doubt. Even me, I don't claim to be a perfect man, and I never will. But you, as people, are more important than the wants of the elite, as they say. I'll take any questions now.
You see a litany of hands go up, including the one individual who tried to ask a question earlier.
I appointed that person first because they've been waiting patiently.
So you see them stand up, their hood falling back. You say that the individual that Lord Damien Festari had interactions with was the Shadow King. Given the end of what happened of the events 80 years ago with the near total disillusionment of the royal family, how are you, not saying that you of course are incorrect, but how are you sure that it is in fact the Shadow King returned?
I am not entirely. It could be someone else mimicking or pretending to be the Shadow King. However, the magics that we use and the method of which does resemble the Shadow King's.
They nod and sit down. Another individual stands up. Oliver Dumas from the royal paper of Glasgow. Um, is this in your way of saying from these instances, given the layout of events, that you are in fact one of the knights that stole the emblem in order to enchain the emblem? Are you one of these knights that stole this?
I am currently, at least, the general of our great kingdom. And I had been a ranger before 85 years ago. And in my capacity now, there's no reason for me to return to such a status. The notion that it was stolen is
quick.
got it. All right, we'll see how well this does. You boy with the D10 roll here.
I believe in you.
That's I don't think that makes it. That's a 4.
And that does not make it for
Yeah.
etiquette. So that is your first of the evening.
You
Go
have
ahead and roll
juice.
for me.
Don't forget your
You
juice.
got that juice.
You have
Oh,
juice,
I
but
can-
go ahead
I
and
can-
roll for me first before you touch the juice. Because if you roll a 1, you basically bounce back and you catch yourself on it and you crit basically.
Gotcha. That's a 9.
Okay, you have the juice if you want to juice it.
I will juice. That's not good at all. That's a 7.
Okay. So no one says anything, but no one has to say anything. As there is you've denied it. That's all you can do is you've denied it. And these questions continue. And as things wind down from here, you see as you look around over in the back the image of the where did my notes go? There are my notes. There are my notes. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you see the same individual who told you where your children were, the same individual that led you and tempted you into making that shot in the first place, nod their head, and leave out the back door. right before everyone else begins to close down everything as well. And we're going to go ahead and take this moment to cut over to a very different kind of social gathering. Adam, do you? I am assuming for propriety, you two did not actually share a carriage going to the event. Very well. Do you wait for her before going in, as you are her escort for the
Of
evening?
course, of course.
Perfect. You stand, and there are some people who, Adam, are you not entering? And because you are not one to escort, you are no one's older brother or older cousin. Well, any older cousins have older brothers better suited for the job, as it were.
Mhm.
There's a bit of confusion from your local, the usual individuals who you spend your time with during these events, because you're standing with the escorts. Uh, you?
I am trying something new.
Quite a new quite a new look, and they say that foxes can't grow a new pattern. How interesting. One of them kind of snarks a little bit as they enter inside.
For now, perhaps just a spot. We'll see if it develops into a pattern.
Huh. And you see as they're walking in, careful bloodhounds, there's a wolf among you. As the entire group just chortles in laughter as the other escorts kind of give you just a little bit of a look.
And Adam looks over at the person on their left and just does the slight eyebrow raise and smirk. Just a very simple.
And there's just a shake of the head as they peel off to get the person they are escorting, and you see the Emberton carriage pulls up, and you see getting out of it Coraline and Benedict and Daniel, all three leaving. And still Benedict is trying to talk to Coraline about why he could not have just escorted her in all of this to involve Adam. This was required. Really, sister, Adam.
Yes, well, with things being the way they are with father, I thought I might shake things up a bit.
They're shaking things up and there's burning the foundations before the house is built.
Bold strokes, brother, bold strokes.
I know better than to try to stop you, sister dear. But as much as I love Adam, if he does anything, it is not ladylike, but you hit him in the balls several times, and then you come and find me or Daniel.
I promise you that if anything were to happen, there would be no one left for you to speak with afterward.
We would at least help you hide the body, if nothing else. He's a very large man, and no offense, my dear sister, you are not that large of a woman.
Fair enough.
And as they club, you are getting locked looks from both Daniel and Benedict. You have never seen the two Emberton brothers so in agreement about something before in your life as they are in this moment in regards to you.
There is no attempt whatsoever to hide the amusement on Adam's face at this.
Mr.
At
Levy,
all. Miss Emberton.
lovely evening. Thank you for taking the time.
Of course, it's my absolute pleasure.
Shall we then?
Yes. And Adam will offer their arm.
She'll take it.
And the moment that they have stepped away from the brothers, Adam will go, "Did they offer to help you hide the body?"
Of course.
You know, I believe they mean it, too.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
I hope you have not gotten me into a circumstance in which I shall see my life ended.
That depends entirely on you, Mr. Levy.
Meanwhile, cutting back to Daniel and Benedict. Are they getting along? Daniel looks over at Benedict like he's an idiot. I mean, they seem to be sparring like you and I do with the sabers at the moment. Do you call that getting along for us? Why, yes, of course I do. That's how brothers show love and affection. And Daniel just stops for a moment, looks back over at Benedict like he might not be as stupid as he thought he was. And just, they follow in probably a good dozen and a half steps behind, leaving enough for propriety, of course. And yeah, there is swells of music and dancing. There are canapes and beverages galore. And there's talk all around about General LeFay having an announcement. Well, my father said, well, did you hear about this? I have a cousin who works for the Post. And as you guys are looking around, it seems like wildfire, some sort of information from Jax is becoming known to the wider world.
What has your dear cousin done now?
Would that I would be paid each time someone has asked me that. Perhaps I would be in the running for king. It can't be good, whatever it is. I'm just gonna sort of attempt to listen in when this clear point of order comes up anywhere in our vicinity.
Roll me an etiquette.
Yeah, I can do that. I have a 1 in 3 shot of making that. I got a 3. Let's go.
So yeah, you are 100%. It comes in, and from how you were able to hear it, there's an individual, as there are at all events as such, there are members of a variety of different gossip rags, papers, posts, you name it. Someone is always at one of these events to keep an ear out and nose to the ground for the latest scandals. And in the time before movie stars, this was the entertainment of the masses for the gossip rags. And one of these individuals is someone who seems to be connected to another individual. Well, you see, whenever you overhear as they're talking to another one of their own ilk. Well, you have to understand that for the London Times, whenever we're out, we're always connected in each other's ears, just in case something goes funny and someone goes down. Usual stuff. Whoever set it up accidentally tied me into the same channeling as the one for the LeFay announcement. He's a hero. They're calling him a modern Robin Hood right now, is I think the current go line. Look, he's a retired ranger. He's an army general. He's a veteran of several wars and hundreds of conflicts, who, after already being a knight, has taken the mantle again in order to resolve the coming back of the Shadow King. And and you see someone, they're talking and they don't catch you, but you see them looking for someone. Well, from my understanding, if he's a ranger again, that means that if we can find and corner Mr. Levy and get his views on the matter.
The moment that those words reach Adam's ear, there is a careful but pointed pivot guiding Coraline away so that they can flee, which I think really is going to accidentally lead them towards the dance floor.
I think so. Roll me a footwork just to see what happens, though.
Sure, yeah, we can try to do that. That's a good one for us. I'm gonna use some juice. I would like to use my juice.
Juice it.
Use juice. That is a 4.
Perfect. And Coraline, you are an individual who is also used to reading rooms. You pick very much up on the same conversation, and you kind of turn in tandem with as soon as you feel Adam adjust and you hear them saying, "We need to find Adam Levy."
Her first thought is the dance floor. Go.
Right. So for Adam, it's not intentional, but I think what it is for Coraline, it is because she knows that the reporters cannot interrupt the dance. So she more guides. You're leading, obviously, but she's the one that kind of readjusts just a little bit. And you would have barely missed it, but you find yourself stepping in and right into both of you being individuals of impeccable breeding and proper manners. As soon as you hit the dance floor and your shoes feel the difference, you're in, you're on, you're going. And it is perfect step. You are both highly skilled at these dances. These were the battle for Coraline. This was your battlefield. Before you figured out that you could fight on your own, this was your battlefield. In Adam, this was such an important part of your own mask. These dances are ingrained into the two of you. Kema. For Ellis, from what you were saying, they were finding a place to keep an eye on the event from the outside, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You did not know about Adam escorting Coraline. You would have seen that play out, though.
Nice.
What is Kema, what is Ellis's take on seeing this very cordial, seemingly planned? Because from your understanding, Adam wasn't even going to be at this thing.
Interesting pairing in the last minute. This is not your jurisdiction. We do not temper in things that we do not understand.
And then you hear in the back of your mind, like a slither. Maybe they know something you don't. Maybe you need to be in there, just in case.
Maybe I need to be in there, just in case. Alice proceeds to
I will
get
let
closer
you,
to the venue.
I will let you roll either a fortitude or a etiquette, your choice in this
Etiquette.
moment.
I got a 3.
Okay, so you are marching in, and you realize that it's not going to stop you from doing this or snap you out of everything, as it were. But it's one of those things where you realize that this is again the voice of the Mo'o, who has not let you wrong, but you recognize where this voice comes from more than anything else.
Have you come to aid me, to guide my judgment?
I've come to help you with what needs to be done.
It's to be done. You know, I've often heard stories about how you helped my father during the war. You took a brilliant tactician and turned him into a hero.
The hero was inside your father, as your hero was inside you.
Well then, in my time of aid, I would request that you are there to squash any doubts I may have, and maybe uh, impart me with some of your own wisdom.
Always have it as you need it. And as you make your way out and in, um, you've been seen at enough functions at this point that no one questions your attendance. And as you walk out, you see Adam and Coraline as you walk in, spinning around the dance floor perfectly in time with everybody else. You see that the Coraline's brothers, Daniel and Benedict, seem to be watching Adam like a hawk. And a group of similarly aged bachelors from Adam's time in whatever public posh school Adam went to, whatever house he was a part of. Also watching, but jovially laughing and snickering at Adam's expense.
It seems my fears are for nothing. They seem to be enjoying themselves.
And the Mo, did you hear a hum from the Mo on the inside? Look again. And as you look, roll me just an etiquette this time.
That's a 5.
The 5, roll again for me. So you could always roll a 1 and bounce back.
Got a 3.
Okay. So that means you are carrying your 1 mark of peril going forward. That's okay. As you watch this play out, there's a darkness that seems to barely tinge around the outside as we see the scene change ever so slightly. There's more of a look of worry and concern on their faces. And as you look around in the shadows, what you see seem to be just the after images of after images. Not the shadlings that you fought in before, but people's shadows seem to stick and stand a little bit too long after they move. There's a darkness here, Judge of the Yellow Isle.
You see,
There's something here.
as a judge, it is my duty to find it.
And you just hear that hum kind of fade out as your vision kind of slips back into focus again.
I'd like to proceed throughout the party, not really engaging with anyone, but listening into what I can observe.
Sure, you do pick up that something has happened with Jax. The now spreading again like wildfire that he is a hero, that he is a knight again. How after he was a knight last time, it brought such prosperity for most of the kingdom. You hear a couple people actually comment that it might just be better if Jax LaFay sat on the throne.
Of all the things Sir LaFay has done since I've met him, entering the court of public opinion, no. That is a dangerous court to step in indeed.
And are you trying to hide at all through this, or are you just using just not being, just no one paying attention to you?
Just sort of skirting on the outsides, not really trying to hide, but trying not to be as noticeable or...
Okay.
Yeah.
Could I have both Coraline and Adam roll a check for me real quick for an etiquette roll?
Of course. That is a 3.
Perfect.
One
Lion?
second, I will check.
Hold.
Technical difficulties.
Bop, 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 bop. We'll go ahead and take this moment to slide over to Jax LaFay while we wait to see what happened, everybody. So, at the end of everyone clearing out, are there any last minute things, any important people that Jax tries to get?
Lion needs a minute.
Got it. Any particular people that Jax wants to speak to more directly? Anything at all like that?
He'll take any, like, if there's anybody that wants to come up to him, but otherwise he won't, like, approach anyone.
That's valid.
Mm-hmm.
So you do see, again, you've seen her on several occasions now, the half dwarven commissioner make her way up to you, General LaFay.
Commissioner.
I am not going to say what you did was legal or justified within the eyes of the law. But there are people who push the boundaries of what's justifiable and right for their position, and that deserves a response. Please do understand, if anyone other than you had done this, their heads would be on a chopping block right now.
I recognize that. I understand that my position had made it more difficult to punish me for this. Although I will let it be known that I did not do this to further anything myself. I did this just because I thought it was right.
I ask for the peace and stability of the city and the realm in its totality. When you speak of these kinds of matters, do please keep in mind that to many, your name and your words carry weight. And
I understand.
our land is not in a position, as you well know, to support open revolt. And I am not saying that what you're saying is incorrect. It is entirely correct. There are too many lords and there are too many people that put weight onto the people they should be protecting to do otherwise. I'm not saying that you are incorrect with that, and I'm not saying that it is a wrong that needs to be righted. But Parliament is putting rules in that by this time next year there will be proper legal recourse for these things. I am asking you directly, as someone who cares about these people, to someone who also cares about these people, if at all possible, do not do this again. Give them to me. I will make sure. I have judges that I trust, judges that are not bought by me, but are not bought by anybody. True, impartial justicars of the law, sworn and oathed to be so, that I can put them in front of. I am asking you, one individual to another, who cares about the people of this country. If at
If
all
we can
possible.
do it, if we can end corruption in this kingdom that way, then I'd be glad to.
I need you to trust this new process enough to give it at least a chance first.
I'm nothing if not passionate about the well-being of those I care about, and I care about many people in this kingdom. So I will give it a chance. I've promised that already to others. So
I appreciate your time and effort, General LaFay. And you see her kind of looking around. Such an empty house for as beautiful as it is. But from my understanding, you're off in other places, as it were.
in a weird moment of vulnerability for Jax, which is he doesn't even expect these words to come out of his mouth. They just kind of do, especially given the events of the last couple of days. But he just, at the empty house comment, he just says, well, I'm an empty man, so.
There's a moment where she just stops, and you see a recognition in that statement from her. We have to be careful when we feel that empty, because if we're not, there's a lot of things that could come in and try to fill that space, and not all of them are good.
Good day to you, Commissioner, and I appreciate your restrained judgment.
General, she says, she walks away, and you realize that she's kind of the last one that tried to do this. Everyone else seems to be scrambling back to their offices or their posts to write out dictations and get articles together as quickly as possible. And Are we good, Lion? Yes?
Yeah.
Perfect. Back to the dance floor. I need an etiquette roll from both you and Coraline. 3, perfect.
I would like to use the juice that Cass just sent over.
Thank you, Cass.
2,
Thank you,
perfect.
Cass.
So both of you, in your own time as you spin around, it takes you a second because Kemma was supposed to be on the outside.
Ellis.
Thank you. Ellis was supposed to. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. Ellis was supposed to be on the outside. Ellis was supposed to be outside this event, waiting to come in just in case something happens. And it takes a second for both of you that you kind of both do your onces around and you go again. And both times you see that slash of yellow cutting through the crowd.
I wonder if everything's all right.
And you see that Adam, even though the movements are perfectly fluid, their focus is not set on you or Ellis. Adam is still keeping an eye on those who were looking to have an opportunity to corner them. And he sort of like shakes his head just a bit and glances back over at Ellis and then goes, what?
Ellis, I
Oh.
thought we weren't coming unless something was going wrong.
Yes, perhaps we should go find out then.
The dance is almost over. If we leave the floor, we'll draw attention.
Oh, you want to finish it then?
Etiquette dictates that we do.
Is that all it is, etiquette? Here I thought there was a concern for my well-being. If you just walked off, I imagine that your brothers would in fact need to find somewhere to bury my body.
I will say that your impassioned speech earlier today endeared me to you slightly more than would normally be the case, and so it is my hope that your body is not buried somewhere this evening.
That's incredibly kind. Was it my impassioned speech that made you decide to, on such short notice, invite me to this event?
That was a panicked misstep on my part.
It would be the first misstep you've made tonight, it seems.
I dance well. Certainly better than you, although you aren't bad.
Well, I do keep so busy.
Yes, with all the wrong things. Oh, speaking of you being busy, what were you doing at Emberton House?
I'm terribly sorry, I don't think I know what you mean.
Oh, don't. You had food in your hands.
Yes, one often does when handling food.
Why?
Because otherwise I wouldn't have been handling the food.
Fine. You don't have to give me a straight answer. But I know you were doing something. And for some reason it involved giving food to children?
Oh, yes, dastardly. What possible motive could I have had? And I think the dance separates them for a moment there, just long enough for that sort of like grin before they are like crossed with other people and brought back together. Just long enough to let Coraline fume just a bit.
So, question: Does Adam feel cheeky and want to show off at the end of the song?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. Showing
once,
off will draw more attention, and Adam is trying to flee again.
For once in his life, Adam is not focusing on showing off.
Correct.
You guys finish off the dance, and as you come off, do you lean towards where Ellis is, or do you? Yes.
She purposely steps on his foot for the final part of the dance.
Perfect. Well done.
Oops.
And so you guys are you going to Ellis? Are you okay? So yeah, Ellis, how focused are you on trying to figure out what's going on?
So much so that almost like sort of a, um, I guess, tunnel vision.
So you would not notice, for example, your two fellow knights walking up behind you.
No, at this point, everyone at the party is just a temporary obstacle for me to dodge around and get through in order to find what exactly I'm supposed to be finding.
So yeah, you see that Ellis is moving, cutting through this crowd, much like a shark through water would.
Do we want to see where they are heading? Or do we
Yes.
stop them?
And what you see, Ellis, is behind one of what you see is you see that again the shadow seems to almost stick just for a moment longer than they should, not on everybody but on certain people. And as you make your way through, you see that it's happening to people who drink from a particular table. That you because you actually catch it out of the corner of your eye. You catch someone walking up just fine, nothing wrong with their shadow. They go and they take a sip of a very deep ruby wine from one of the tables, and then you see that those shadows start sticking a little bit afterwards.
Is there a balcony or a higher floor of this area?
Of course there is.
All right. Alice begins headed right up there to get a broader look of the
So
picture.
you turn around smack into Coraline and Adam.
Oh, uh, Lady Emberton, my dear host. I
Master
didn't see you
Elena,
there.
you seem distracted or focused.
I believe something is amiss here. Call it judge's intuition.
What should we be looking out for?
I'm not entirely sure yet, but I have a hunch. There seems to be a strange feeling or a sense that I'm getting from certain people who have ingested a certain beverage. I'm heading up to the second floor to get a better look.
Should we stop people from drinking it?
We should, but maybe I should find the main source first. We can stop all of the well springs, but it doesn't do anything if we don't find where it's all coming from.
Great.
Very well.
Unfortunately, we can't exactly split up, or I believe I would lose my head tonight.
Um, what say you and Lady Emberton use your presence here. Each of you take up a post, one to the left side, one to the right. I'll stand up on the balcony to get a better look. I'll signal to one of you when I know exactly where the most of this is coming from.
And Adam will look over at Coraline.
That works for me.
As long as you ensure your brothers know that I have not abandoned you for other opportunities.
I will simply tell them you were fetching me a drink.
It is not entirely untrue, although I suppose the opposite of reality. Easy enough to stretch.
Perfect.
Without another word, I head up.
Yeah, you head up. As you look down from above, what you're noticing is it's almost as if would Ellis have learned anything about European mythologies or the classics, as it were, in part of preparation for their role for this?
This feels like such a dangerous question, and I'm so upset it's happening.
The more well-known tales, probably, as a
Would
preparation to get used to.
would Ellis know what a Hydra is?
Yes.
The only name that you can give to the shadow you see from your position looking down is it is like the necks the necks of the heads of the dozen heads, more than that, 15, 20 heads of a hydra branching out from this table where that red wine was, snaking in and around, crossing through other shadows, seeming to leave almost some sort of taint across them, as they seem to be following and stalking individuals in the crowd who have partaken from that cup.
I will sort of signal to whichever of my team is closest to that said table and sort of hint for them to head over there.
Who would that be? I mean, if the ploy is Adam getting a drink, I'm assuming it'd be Adam.
Okay, then
Yeah.
as a signal, I'll sort of raise my hand a little bit and sort of not to give away anything, but once I get Adam's attention,
And there's a very pointed path being carved as Adam makes their way there.
And Coraline, in an instant, Benedict's right next to you. Is he abandoning you? What's going on? Why did he leave your side? You know he's not supposed to be leaving your side tonight.
He is fetching me a drink, dear brother. It was to my amusement to send him across the hall for no other reason than I have thirst.
If you're going to do that, you have to make sure that Daniel and I are with you already. You know better than that. With Father being in the mood that he's in, do you really want to risk this?
I'm allowed to be on my own for about 5 minutes in the presence of other ladies.
I don't disagree with that. I'm worried. With Father acting how he's acting, mother as afraid as she is, I feel bad that I'm the only one that I feel like no matter what happens, I will be okay through this, because that is an ungodly weight that I do not wish to carry right now, because that means that everyone else whom I care about and love is in danger.
We'll figure it out.
And we will, but I don't want to exacerbate an already existing problem if we can help it.
Very fair.
I will be here until he returns, and then I will slink myself back off to the shadows and plot which hill he will look best buried upon. He is a dear friend. I owe him that much courtesy at least.
Oh yes, I'm sure you would choose the nicest of hills for them.
We're going to cut real quick back. Oh, go ahead. No, go.
She just was going to say about a particular hill she thought was quite nice, actually.
And we
Always
cut on
looking
that.
out.
And we cut on that, and Benedict laughing in agreement with you on that. Jax, you have an itch that something might be going down, that you are not where you're supposed to be at the moment.
I suppose it is time I made my way there. And I will. I will head over there. I was planning to at some point, but
Yeah,
now seems to be
you're getting an itch. And we see Jax making his way, hopping onto. Are we full on gonna take the carriage, or are we just hopping on a horse for this?
If it's how important is this event?
It's probably one of the top 10, top 15 balls of the year.
Yeah, then I'll take a carriage.
Okay. You walk out your carriage. It takes a second for your carriage to get set up. General LaFay? Ready?
Yes,
Let's hit
to that place.
it. And yeah, you take off. You go just in time to get this. Again, you have this. It's like an itch under your skin that something is about to go wrong. And back at the party, Adam, you make your way towards the table. It seems to just be some sort of probably a burgundy of some sort. You see people drink, they don't seem to have any off reaction to the taste. There doesn't seem to be off reaction to the color of their skin. Their eyes don't instantly glaze over or any such things.
Mhm.
How much has Adam practiced with magic?
Almost not at all.
Okay. Does Adam ever get feelings or tingles or warnings, kind of like, consider like not being a force user, but being slightly force sensitive when it comes to like that kind of stuff?
Yes.
As you reach for one of the glasses in curiosity, you feel like it is a serpent that is about to strike at you.
And that's before I get it in my hand, or
That is, your fingers have touched the stem, and it feels like you've been.
Mhm. Can I? I don't think that I drop it. I think there is a slight twinge in response, but I don't think it's dropped. I think instead I'm going to pull it closer to me to try and inspect the glass a bit more.
The glass seems fine. The wine smells correct. The color is right. The legs are correct on it. Um, as is often the case for the time period for this level of an event, these are basically what would have been considered like single-use pewter goblets that would have been melted down and reforged for the next event.
Sure.
There doesn't seem to be any additional rod marks. There doesn't seem to be anything just over your cursory glance. It appears to be a normal version of such goblet.
Nothing else seems amiss here.
Until you get jostled just a little bit. And as the wine moves, you see just a small black dot of liquid in the bottom shift. And that's where we're going to call break.
You monster.
So ready for Jackson's cool entrance here.
15
It's gonna
minutes.
happen.
15 minutes.
This many.
Go take care of what you need to take care of. We're going to take what we need to take care of real quick. And I hope y'all ready to morph because things are about to get interesting.
It's gonna be fine.
It's going to
Probably.
be
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
Gonna
Still
be
fine.
something. I
Something.
already used both of the juices that Cass gave us. I have one more Queen's Favor, but I don't know that I'm making it through the scene based on my dice.
It's gonna be great.
All right.
The
See
worst
y'all.
that could happen.
We'll see you in about 15 minutes. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. Now then, Adam,
That's me.
as you tilted you got jostled, and the wine sloshed in the cup. You were feeling just for you blinked, and thankfully you didn't blink, or you would have missed it. Just a little, barely out of touch, little bit of black.
Mm. I think that I'm going to, upon seeing it, try and sort of lean into that a little bit, and I want to try and accidentally spill about half of the glass over other glasses.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go roll a footwork.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't expect to be given that for free. I understand.
I believe in you.
Okay, so that is a 1.
I'd say your honor works for this.
Hey.
I would say that your honor. You've always been someone who, from the shadows and in your own way, has tried to take care of other people. You've been raised to do such. I see this as, with a combination of that, as well as not only who you are as a person, but your outlook and how you try to take care of things. This bit of accidental on purpose buffoonery. You kind of time your step intentionally to barely knock into somebody. So you see the wine go. you ditch about half of it, and again, with the period of how big these wine glasses are, that does not leave a lot in the wine glass. Because again, looking at a wine glass of this time period is about a quarter of a cup. So you go and you knock out, and you're left with almost nothing in there, and you see this little ball keeps trying to force itself underneath the surface of the wine, but it cannot force itself any deeper. It keeps bouncing back up.
I think I would like to reach for if I have like a pocket square or a cloth on me.
Of course you do.
And I would like to place it over the top of the glass.
Yep.
And then grip the top of it and sort of walk with it almost at my side as I try and get Coraline's attention.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, all I can do here is stare and will.
So
Paying attention is Coraline's jam.
Yeah, Coraline, you're in the middle. You're in mid-laugh with your brother, and Adam is looking intense.
There is Don with the refreshment. I will go rejoin him and meet you again later, dear brother.
He should be meeting you, and as you walk away without stopping, he should be returning to me before you see him just kind of sigh. And Daniel walks up next to him, pats him on the shoulder, handing him a glass of red wine.
There's a glance up to where Ellis is, and just the subtlest sort of raising of the glass, tapping the side of it and bringing it back down. And fully forgetting that they are also trying to avoid other people.
Mr. Levy! Mr. Levy!
Yeah, there it is.
A question for you, sir, if you do have but a moment.
I don't think Adam stops, but he does shift his body weight enough so that he can be sort of looking towards the person, engaging them so as not to be rude, but expecting them to keep up.
Mr. Levy, can you confirm or deny anything about General LaFay's announcements? He's a known associate of your family's, believed to be a very dear friend of your grandfather's. Is that correct?
Is there anything in particular that it is you're looking for confirmation on? I have to be honest, with the event tonight, I must have missed it.
Well, he's made claims as to truly heroic actions in the dispatching of seemingly a very
Well, it's no secret to anyone, of course, that cousin Lefay has a history of some level of heroics. Though I can't speak to whatever it is that is being suggested on this particular moment, as I, again, unfortunately missed it and am not sure.
He's claimed to have killed Lord Damien Fastari for on good cause, and seems to have gotten away with it.
I think. Oh,
Does that cause Adam to stop for a moment?
I think that there is. I don't think they stop. What happens is they, for a moment, are not focused enough on the direction they're heading in and will like fully bump into another person.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, terribly. I am so terribly sorry. Let me, please, and will gently like put their hand on the person's like shoulder, take a step to the side, and as he's writing them, will write them in between himself and the aforementioned questioner, and then like smooth out their overcoat and go,
Mr. Levy,
and continue on his way with what is now clearly a very upset look on his face.
Has Coraline been keeping step with Adam this entire time?
I think she'll just caught up now.
Because we're coming like that, right?
Yeah.
And you see him as interesting. Meeting with Coraline Emberton _.
Oh, good, we're news now. Actually, I think as they come together, there's a moment where Adam is going to go, be prepared. We will be the talk soon.
Better that than other things.
No, I'm certain it will only be an addendum to the larger issue at hand.
Well, it'll certainly give my father something to talk about. Now, you have a look about you.
Adam is going to glance up to see if Ellis is still up top or has been making their way over.
After seeing everything that went through, Alice probably began making their way towards the rest of the party.
And so Adam will go, seems as though there is something wrong with the wine. And will hand you the glass while very subtly sort of palming off the pocket square again.
She will take a minute to inspect the wine.
There's a little black bobbing. Looks like it's. Do you guys know like those mothballs from Japan?
Yeah, Morimo.
Thank you, Mori. I couldn't. My brain wanted to say Miyamoto. I'm like, that's not Morimos. Yes, Morimos. It looked kind of like a black Morimo bouncing around in here, trying to submerge itself, but not able to. It is no larger than the top of a pin, but it is noticeable against the stark red, deep red of the burgundy.
We can't let people drink this any more than they may have already.
Are you looking around the room as you say that?
Yes.
You do see that both of your brothers have one of the same glasses in their hands.
But how? But we need to find a way to do that is both effective and will not prevent us from having the ability to do so in the future.
I think she looks panicked because she's looking at her brothers who both have this thing in their hands.
And there was an immediate look of questioning.
You're going to drink it.
And you see them tink and sink.
No!
Do I start to notice anything about them?
Can I do something real quick? I would like to do something real quick before they sink.
It's basically like a shot.
The moment that they begin to bring the glasses up to each other, Adam looks at Corlin and goes, "Slap me hard."
Whack!
And you take just in time for the smack that causes everyone to stop and turn. You see Daniel watching it happen, stops. Benedict turning as he shoots it.
All right, 50-50 is not bad.
No,
Before,
2 out of 3 Americans haven't drank in it yet, so it's fine.
before impact, could I have sort of slunk back into the crowd prior to the attention being drawn?
Yeah, I think you see, as soon as you hear slap mate, you go, oh no. And you just dip behind a passing server.
I just have this image of the Simpsons meme with Grandpa Simpson coming in and then turning and leaving, where it's just Ellis arrives on the scene, hears it, and just keeps going in a U-turn.
Yep, very much what happened. Very much so. And yeah, at the sound of the impact, ooh, you see Benedict sees this, throws down the cup, and starts stomping towards the two of you. Daniel shoots it, sets it on a table, following behind.
Son of a bitch.
I tried.
Thank you.
Levy! Levy!
And Adam will turn with all of the charisma and grace that they can muster.
Roll of fortitude as you just get decked across from the other cheek.
Oh yeah, I can do vigor. We can do this. We
Vigor roll.
are gonna use our last juice, and then we'll be out of juice. Clearly, this is a good thing to use it for. I'm sure, not the upcoming conversation at all. You know what? No, I'm gonna save it. I talked myself out of it. I rolled a 2.
Okay. Which means this is your only mark of peril, correct?
Yes,
Roll again for me because you'll be rolling anyways, so roll again for me.
I got a 6.
Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't count for this, but you're still in the scene.
Mhm.
As you just get your shit right.
No!
And this is when you remember that Benedict, much like yourself, has spent the past 3.5 years training to be a knight.
Yep.
And for all of his foppish and ego-inflated behavior, he is a very large man.
Yeah.
And he put everything he had into
100%,
this. And I think that, Jax, this is when you're walking into the room, is just in time to see Benedict Emberton deck the shit out of your cousin.
I think, because not knowing what's happening, I think immediately I walk in and I'm ready to be like, hey everybody, it's me, Jack.
And you just hear
I imagine, if I may, that I get hit and fully fall back into a table that collapses, because I think we're going into full make a scene here. And if I can use it as an opportunity to take out one of these tables, I'm gonna do it.
100%. I'm going to roll a die on my side to see if it's one of the table with the poisoned wine or not.
Hey.
Because not every table has the poison right.
Yeah, I figured.
It's fun. But there will be full-on draconic presence felt aimed at Benedict. As soon as I noticed this, yeah. The room.
What up, guys? You.
Coraline is trying to keep Benedict away from Adam. She's fully around the waist.
You take advantage of my sister, sir. You knave, you are no better than your cousin Jax LaFay. Your honor is as questionable as his. And that's when the draconic wave hits him.
Is that something you'd like to say to my face, Sir Emberton?
General LaFay, your nature and honor when it comes to women is little secret, even from yourself, I'm sure. It's just reminding your cousin that my sister is not on the docket.
I'd like it to be known that every woman I've been with has
consented, as is known, but it is also known just how wide a net that is, sir.
Fair enough. So, in what capacity do you believe it's right to strike someone in such an event as this?
When he did whatever deed caused my sister to break her own etiquette to smack him across the face first.
Hmm.
Truly, I don't need you to punch anyone for me. I can handle these things myself, dear brother.
Allow me to. And you to see as he starts breathing out that his breathing gets heavier and his eyes get glassy, and you see that many people in the room start to breathe heavier,
Benedict?
shift.
Question. Does it seem like they're going down or like something more concerning is about to happen?
You fell into the table.
Mm-hmm.
You scattered the wine.
Mm-hmm.
You did hit one of the ones that actually did have the poison, so good job on that. You are looking down and you're seeing that whatever ball that was separating the two liquids are one at a time popping
Okay.
and mixing into the wine around them.
Looking up at Benedict, because I know you said they're glassy-eyed and they're sort of swaying, right? A lot of people here are.
Yep.
But does it look as though they're going to fall?
It does look like they're getting ready to fall.
Okay.
And as they go to collapse, their shadows expand underneath them. And now all of you see what Ellis has been seeing for these multiple shadowy ties leading back, as if almost stepping out of the ground, coming out of its own shadow, looming up, filling this space, a long reptilian body, green eyes glowing with the deepest emerald, dripping blackness and darkness off of it. Dozens of heads, one for each individual who fell. Benedict has just enough time to look and see Coraline and go run as he falls into the shadow, this behemoth of a thing coming out. Daniel seeing what's going on. Daniel's doesn't seem to be affected though.
What is this? What the hell is happening?
Uh,
Does Daniel seem perturbed at all by this?
Daniel seems terrified of what the fuck is going on.
Well, that's good at least.
He is aware of everything that's going on.
I think I understand what's happening here. Daniel's the only one that's not affected by this.
Daniel, so far as you can tell, from the individuals that Ellis has clocked who've been acting weird, and everyone you've seen drinking out of this wine, Daniel is the only one not affected.
Coraline, how proficient is your brother, this one? And I point to the one that's passed out because I'm forgetting his name right now.
Benedict.
There we go.
Okay, but yeah, Benedict just disappeared into the shadow and became one of the heads on the beast.
Okay, yeah. So I'm pointing to where Benedict was and saying, Coraline, how proficient is your brother in magic?
Quite, actually. You would know this. You would know this.
very, very, She is fully freaking out.
Daniel, I'm going to need you to please leave the premises as fast as you can and let the guard know what's happening here, yes?
Coraline, come on.
Get your brother back.
I can't. I'll explain later, I promise.
Coraline, now is not the time.
Go!
Remember this. He looks pleadingly to the rest of you, not understanding why his sister has to be a part of this.
She's in my hands. I promise you she will be safe.
Not
You
in the
see him-
concerning way.
You see him just almost tears in his eyes as he punches a wall and runs and starts running out calling for guards and constables. Amid the rest of the panic, as this thing seems to lumber around, the head snaking around the different columns and porticles of this space, as you hear from up above you,
Oh, God, not this pompous ass again.
well, hello, knights.
You, I will rip your hands off and shove them down your throat.
That was very spicy from you, man. You see him actually just pause for a second. Quite the outburst, understandable as it is, and that was not my expected for the day. As you see the black and gold shadowy armor, and Jax, this is the first time you're close enough to see that this is not exactly the same armor. There are differences.
Who are you?
I am the rightful king of this land, about to be called such by the fritheth and magics that bind it.
I was under the impression we hadn't figured that bit out yet.
Well, you see them placing their hand on a very large sword on their side, pressing down just a little bit on it, showing off just how long it is. No. There are many ways that one can be named king of this land. Sometimes just holding the right sword is enough.
Yada, yada, yada. What did you do to them?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, please.
No. All that happened, to my knowledge, I am not a master of such arts. But it is possible that someone under my banner knows their way around the correct supplies to pull out the deepest and strongest desires of individuals and put them into a more guided expression.
Oh, good. At least you've already become practiced in speaking the noble tongue. And Adam has their morpher out.
I was raised with it. Would hope I know how to speak it well enough.
And tell us what has been done to them.
They are brought together, and this is when you notice that the heads seem to be writhing against each other a little bit. That seems like it's finally started. They're going to spend some time together until one of them comes out on top, as it were.
I've heard enough of that. All right, y'all ready?
I
Ready.
was wondering why you took so long.
We need to make sure. Keep them separated.
And in the background, you gotta keep them separated. Mix up.
Oh, are we doing the full like Bridgerton where it's it's like
It is-
fully orchestral?
It's a fully orchestral version.
God.
Iconic. In which case, Jax will, I guess, start if no one else will,
It is with the roll call,
And-
baby.
and begin to morph. Going through the whole process because off the top of my head I cannot remember it, but I do know it has something to do with breaking locks and stuff. And we'll call out Purple Revolutionary, Spade Dragon.
just like half a step behind, I think, is Adam, if that's cool with everyone. Where again, it has become the norm that they kind of like bring their foot up behind their other knee and will slam it down to break the lock off. And as it pops open, they whip it around their waist. Crimson Revolutionary. Heart Raim.
Ladies first.
She's kind of staring at this monster for a moment before she kind of shakily pulls out the key. Rose Revolutionary, Diamond Phoenix.
Yellow Revolutionary. Club Mo.
Show off.
Yeah, I got it.
It's so cool.
So
It's
good.
so cool.
It's
So good. And it does. It is for all of you with your suit and color. The transformation process takes over. You all in your full armament now. Good. Well then, I enjoy to see how this plays out. They say as they step behind one pillar, seemingly gone. As is now the four of you. Yes.
Can I try and fling my spear at them before they can do so?
You can try.
I'd like to try.
This is at disadvantage. You would need to have both hits.
Bet.
I believe in you.
What am I
And this would
rolling?
be a dueling.
Here?
This would be a dueling.
Dueling?
100%.
All right. We have good dueling. We have good dueling and juice. Here we go.
The vibe, yeah.
Okay, so the first one is a 4.
Okay.
First one is a 4. Second one. The second one's a 6.
You hit your hero.
That's right.
So you go and you fling it. And almost too quick to see, they pull out the sword, twisting their wrist, and you see the sword almost split in half, revealing what almost looks like a gun barrel down the middle.
I'm a sucker for a good gun blade, man.
It is a good time,
As in a single motion, this individual who is left-handed takes the sword, spinning it, catches the tip of your spear in between the gun barrel and the inner edge of one of the blades, twisting and redirecting, slamming it down, pulling their sword up the end of your spear, pointing it down at you.
I'm already running at them.
Can I shoot their hand with the sword?
We're coming for you. Let's go.
And Jax doesn't even look. He just
The spear was a
I will let
diversion
all of
tactic.
you
Let's go.
I will let all of you know every attack against the Paradox King is disadvantage.
That's fair.
I'm here for it.
All right, what am I rolling? Dueling for this?
Dueling. This is 100% a dueling.
You got this, Jax Lefay. Let's go.
So that's a 1 on the die for the first.
I don't think Your Honor works on this one, unfortunately.
Else the hero on the other one.
Okay, so I'm not going to call it, so it won't be a failure because you got the hero, and I'm going to count the hero as 2 successes.
Okay.
So,
Cool beans. Such a wild time. And
it's a very wild time. So what you do see happen, though, is as you shoot, just using the blade deflects the shots, levels the gun sword at the 4 of you, turns it, and you see this baleful black ball of energy charging up, almost as if you're looking on the edge of an event horizon down the barrel. Everybody has to make a footwork right now.
Love a good black
Remember,
hole.
some of y'all still have juice.
That's a 1.
It's
I got a
6 for
7.
me. Yeah.
So I used my last juice, the one I saved before, which I'm really glad I did. My first roll was a 2. My second roll was a 3.
Okay. So 3. So Adam passes. Jax, what did you have?
I got a 6. So
Okay, everyone else.
1.
This is 2 marks of peril.
Okay.
oh,
So if you've already had 1, you now have 3.
Does that exit you out of the scene?
You
no,
have
it's
to
only
roll.
If you roll
No,
under it,
Now you have to roll. You want a 3 right now. You want a 3 right now.
remember you started with 2 juice. You started with 2 juice. Cass gave 2 juice to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I should use one of my juices.
It's not a bad
I
idea.
think- yeah, I've got a couple of them. I
Okay.
think I'm going to use that.
Okay. So
are we using
do
the
me a
juice
favor.
for the mark?
Go ahead and do your roll first to see if you hit your 3 or above, or for
I had a 3.
I got 3.
Nice. I got a
so
7.
you only needed, unfortunately, Miss Emberton only needed a 2, so you don't clear what you have, but you are still in the scene.
So, I
Dax,
got
you're
a
still in the
6.
scene. You got a 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, your hero doesn't count on this.
It wouldn't have mattered. I think SR uses 8. So
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
yeah.
So good news, you're still in the scene.
Oh,
You're just
yay.
still carrying those three with you. As you all know in Sentai, when the big bad does their first really big attack and sends everyone exploding out all over the place, 100% what happens, except for Adam,
Cuts
who
right through
just
the explosion.
runs. You run and you hit that power slide, sparks and fire behind you. Are you aiming for for your spear, or are you aiming for him?
I think we're going to cross tokusatsu lines a little bit. I'm trying to come up into. I'm rider kicking this man, or I'm trying to
fuck
rider
yeah.
kick. Yeah.
So yeah, you hit that power slide, you hit that aerial off of it. Go ahead and roll a dueling for me real quick.
Heck yeah, yeah, and it's the full classic like
Two-legged.
OG rider kick with the leg pulled back and the heel planted,
Fuck yeah.
Love it.
Iconic.
and that's a 5.
And you hit him square in the chest. He does not move.
I'll take it anyway.
You hit him. Does not move. He looks at you. That was a solid hit. My turn. Disadvantage on a reflex save.
Hooray! Footwork.
Footwork. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Yeah, no worries.
Reflex.
That was a 3. Okay, so the second one was a 2. I'm going to use the juice I was just given,
Nice.
and that is my hero.
Oh,
So much like last time, Adab, the rest of you are standing up and getting yourselves back together, and you're seeing Adab. You take
Be
the hit.
reckless.
You take being super fucking reckless.
Yep.
Goes in to throw a punch against down at you. How are you maneuvering around the situation? Because I'm assuming you're going in for another hit.
Me? Oh, yeah. So, one thing I will mention is I think that if no one else, Jax, who has trained Adam, would recognize this very quickly. Is the way Adam is fighting is not the way someone fights when they are trying to defeat their enemy. Adam is actively trying to keep this person busy so y'all can figure out what to do next without just letting them dip. So I think what happens is dodging the swing from the Paradox King, Adam will attempt to sort of throw himself between them and the pillar that they were adjacent to, forcing them to turn so they can't keep their focus on the other 3, and then attempt to come in just with a full punch to the chest.
You are purposefully putting yourself between him and the pillar, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like that.
What is the last thing Adam sees before he's knocked the fuck out?
That's a great question. So I to
'Cause
answer that,
It is a headshot from behind him at this point.
So to answer that, I have to ask the rest of the people what they're doing, because I think the last thing Adam sees is whether or not they pick up on that cue. So I think the last thing Adam sees is that glimpse, because their focus is less on the Paradox King and more on the people still down there or over there, because they want to make sure that they're doing something with this time and not just about to run in here and get involved in what is clearly an unwinnable fight.
If I may, then, especially picking up on that, probably, I'd say, Jax, if we can we speak only in our like headpieces to each other? Is that a thing that can happen?
Sure, I'll give that to you.
Lit. In which case, then I will say to Jax is about to give orders to y'all. I want you to understand this. You don't have to follow them, but he is used to being like a general. So it's just where he goes to, especially when he has an idea. But he does say to Ellis, I'll just say it out, but he says, Yellow Ranger, please take a moment to examine our dear friend up there. Not Adam, but the other one. Learn stuff about him while they fight. Rose Ranger, let's try to keep your brother separated from everybody else. Well, and everybody else separated from everybody else.
She's already running in that direction, so.
Perfect.
And I will also run in that direction.
So, in that case, perfect.
For friends
Let's
and
go
country.
ahead and see what Ellis sees. Are you kind of doing what you were requested to, observing and trying to do just what you can? Go ahead and roll me a. Let's do a dueling on this one, actually, because I think you're kind of dueling against it's dueling of intelligence is I think a good way of putting it right now.
Okay. I mean, I had rolled a 5.
Perfect. So, yeah. So as you kind of take in with the bearing, the speech, the patterning, the movements, this individual is someone who is born to power. More than that, though, with how Ellis views and sees and categorizes everything, there's the swagger to them, the inherent entitlement of them presupposes somebody, from what you've been able to tell about England, that only comes from the upper crust. This has to be somebody landed, somebody titled, somebody who has the bravado to back up power like this. Which is when you see a ruby armored fist come out, taking the back of Adam's head and smashing it into the floor. As looming up is again that pure crimson mask steps out from behind the Paradox King, dragging Adam behind them by the back of the neck. Dos Vidania, Jax!
I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, I want you to understand this. I don't like that. All right. I see the game at play. And I refuse to be a part of it.
I will tell your children hello later for you. As he turns. You see Adam's in his ranger form plummeting to the ground.
I run to catch.
Roll me a footwork.
Do I have juice? Because I rolled a 7.
How much juice have you used so far this session?
I just used the one.
Then
Yeah,
you
so
might have at
failed
least
miserably.
one. If
You
you
had
had
at
any
least one.
from before now, you do, but you will have at least one from Cass.
Okay. Okay, I rolled 2. Is that better? I keep forgetting to open the thing.
No.
It's
No.
not.
No.
So
Boy.
also that puts you at
Oh
4.
no.
I need you to roll again for me.
I'm guessing an 8 is bad.
I got it.
No, 8's fine. You're still in the scene.
Oh, okay.
You're
You
good.
want at or above, I believe, whatever your
Correct.
marks
You want the number I'm giving you or above. Keeps you in the scene. If you
Okay.
roll the number that I'm giving
Cool.
you, it clears all of the marks of peril that you have.
All right. Well, I'm still in it. Good. Yay.
You tell me how you barely don't make it in time. What stops you from getting to a dom until right after they hit the ground?
I think I charge so almost against my nature. A judge is supposed to think about things, supposed to observe things, supposed to give it more thought. This was instinctual. And because I was not prepared for it, I tripped up a little bit.
And I think you hear a voice in the back of your mind right as you see him hitting the ground. Let us try that again. And in a moment, you're back. And you see the man, this armored figure dragging, rearing back. Dos Svidania, Jax. You don't even have to roll. You're
Oh.
ready for it this time. You're there. You don't even notice this faint darkness around your vision. But you're there. In time. This time. As you are able to catch and soften Adam's landing. Those instincts of yours, young judge, you must listen to them more. Observation's important, but you must also understand why you feel what you feel and learn which ones to act upon. I will not always be able to help you in these ways.
Understood.
So yeah, you are able to catch Adam before Adam would have taken a couple more marks of peril off of that landing.
My dear host, are you okay?
I do worry what happens if I get hit in the head too many more times tonight.
Might be ineloquent of me to say, but I have heard this around some of the slums here. I believe the phrase is walk it off.
Perhaps the best advice I've gotten this week, and is going to sort of do the like hand on the like upper like bicep, almost shoulder with the squeeze, and then immediately look back up.
And they both turn and walk back behind that pillar. And as they disappear over the edge, not even thrown, just tossed over the edge, your spear clatters to the ground in front of you. Almost as if it's a second thought.
So what are we looking at? And Adam will like get a foot under it and just sort of kick it back up.
Meanwhile, I believe the two of us are trying to keep these shadows apart.
Correct. So how are you guys wanting to do? Because again, the shadows are already attached, but you can see like there are individuals. You can. It's almost like you can tell where across the progress back to the body the individual is along the path. Are you just trying to sever paths? What are you trying to do at this point?
Let you go first.
Just When you say that they're cross like paths and stuff, how do you mean?
So again, this is almost very Hydra-like with the
Mhm.
heads and the long necks leading
Right.
back to a centralized body. You can almost tell like there's a bulge in the neck, almost like a snake eating, where the individual people are on their way of being shunted into this one solidified body. They aren't all there yet.
Great.
There are some people who are, but not everybody is.
So we're trying to sever necks.
That's why is that what you're
Oh,
trying to
yes.
sever next? Are you trying to go after the body itself? What are we trying to do right now?
I think she's starting with like stopping people from amassing into it.
Okay. Perfect. So are you going to be using dueling for this, footwork for the what is your looking at it, what is your thought for
Can she try to get on its back?
yeah, give me roll your footwork.
I believe in you.
That is a 3.
Yeah, you're able to very nimbly, because this is what you do. You are able to kind of dance around and shift through the weaving pattern of the heads that are now of those that have already been subsumed into the body seem to be trying to go after you and Jax predominantly right now, as you two are kind of the closest to it. You're able to very easily dance your way up onto the body itself.
Great. I think from there she's trying to use the fans to like chop.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll carry that on through first. Are you starting with Benedict?
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to not very easily go in, and that's kind of one of the cuts you do on your way up is Benedict, and I'll say you probably get 2 or 3 of the heads on your way onto the back. You're able to judge through the weaving where the patterning is to it, and you're able to very cleanly using your fans cut. And question for you: are the edges of your fans heated at all?
I want to say yes.
Okay. So yeah, as you go in and that kind of fire within you, the anger, the frustration, the desire to protect your brother, all of these very passionate feelings, because despite the outward perception of Coraline, she is an individual of deep passions. And that kind of roars and wells up in as it kind of almost ignites along your fans as you dance through, as you use the fan blade to cut in, severating, leaving a sealed stump behind on one end as the individual head flops down. And as soon as it's severed and there's no way for it to reconnect, it starts to wither back, revealing the person inside, hacking out that little bit of darkness that kind of squidges itself away.
Okay.
Jax.
I am
It started blasting.
Yeah. So what happens here is I'll take the dual guns, if I'm allowed to do this here, and they will combine.
Okay.
And I'm cutting with rapid fire.
Okay.
I turn my
So
2 dual pistols into a single assault rifle. Is the vibe.
funny
And
thing, the first versions of machine guns were coming out around this time period.
Hey,
You would know how they work. And it doesn't look a lot like a modern machine gun does. But as you kind of shift and pull, and the innate magics of how your armament works fills your need, it's almost kind of like a single-barreled Tommy gun.
Iconic.
Just like a single-barrel minigun that you just kind of pop down and just start blasting away as you rotate the handle, tung, 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 and you just cut through just this line of heads.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your dueling for me.
Will do. everything's fine. Probably.
Hero.
You know what? I'm gonna I'm
Hero.
gonna use my juice on this to do advantage, if I may, with that.
Sure.
This is my last juice, and I feel like this is important. All right, so I rolled a 1 and a 6.
Good news, you hit your dueling.
Lovely.
Good news, you hit your dueling. So you go through and you probably cut again another probably 3 or 4 of these necks, separating out. You've probably cleared about a third of the necks at this point, but they seem to be moving fairly quickly down. If you don't get finished cutting off these heads soon, there's a good chance that probably 6, 7, 8 people are guaranteed to be further consumed by the probably 5 or 6 that are already have been by this thing.
As I continue blasting, we're gonna need a little help over here, y'all. As I'm still going.
Perfect. All right. Adam and Ellis, what are you guys doing?
Out of character. I am afraid to roll anything right now.
Them's the breaks, my dude.
That's fair.
Be like that.
I understand, though.
Ellis is just cheering us. You got this.
You got
It's
this.
fine.
I'm going to roll to help try to chop off some heads
All right, roll me a dueling.
against my better judgment.
This is what
I
you're good at.
believe in you.
We're gonna get
You
you
can do
healed
it.
right now.
Got
I'm
a
calling it.
7.
No, almost.
That's,
does
that's
hit
good for
dueling.
dueling.
That
That's
is-
good for
No,
dueling.
that's the top one for dueling. That's
Oh,
fine.
you're good.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
So yeah, I'm assuming you're pulling out your
Leomano.
I kind of want to do a Warhammer 40k army with the shark chapter and just give them the chainsaw Leomanos now because of this. It's such a good idea, Power Leomano. You pull out your Power Leomano because that's legitimately what it is.
It's a teeny
And as you pull it out, it revs up.
That's
As
so
you
cool.
go through and you hit again, another 3 or 4 people are safely out now. It is a smooth, quick, brutal, and smooth, just as you were taught how to fight. Each step is a strike, each strike is a guard, each guard is a step forward. It is a well-rehearsed dance that you are quite the master of. Adam,
Yeah.
have we shaken off the concussion?
I won't know that for a while. Concussion protocol takes time. But we're not going to be stopped by something silly like bruising on our brain. That's what the
Exactly.
helmet's for.
It's primary school. We've got current
Yeah.
stuff happening.
I'm so proud. I trained him right.
Yeah, Adam is going to come in, and I think similar to the last couple times, Adam takes that running start and then is going to almost like slide forward on the momentum and thrust the spear forward. And as they do, it sort of widens out as they change it into the lance to try and take off a couple heads at once.
Hit me with that dueling.
Yes. Yes, that's a 4.
Yes!
Double
Yes.
check. Because for a moment I'm like, oh no, wait.
No, you hit that
I
smooth.
had to
and
reroll
yet
everything.
You hit saving kind of the last of the ones that you all would have been able to save out of this. A couple people seem to have actually somehow pulled themselves out of it. Others,
That's good. Maybe.
Others have seemed to have been able to, unfortunately, just with the timing of everything, were not given enough of a chance due to their proximity to the main body. Some of them seem to have almost willingly pushed themselves to go faster. But everyone whom the lot of you would have been able to stop for this, you were able to stop. And you see now these severed heads pulling back, people hacking out these bits of darkness. And many of them shambling and running away. The body seems to almost retreat on itself, shaking and pulling. And it's, you guys know Envy from Full Metal Alchemist.
I've seen clips.
There's
You're
a
breaking my
moment.
heart again.
There's moment of the faces pressing out just a little bit, the hands reaching, trying to reach through. You notice these internal forces seem to be fighting each other for control. And as it does, it contracts and expands, contracts and expands, contracts and contracts and contracts into a singleized form, giving off steam as rising up out of it, almost as if it's the caricature of how a knight looks.
I guess Coraline like backflips off of it or whatever.
Yeah. And they undo their side into a long whip in one hand, and they flourish a saber in the other, looking at the four of you. Oh, then, that was interesting. You may call me Envy. As he whips his whip around and strikes at. Let me roll a d4 real quick.
Me, please.
Jackson is
I will
actually
jump.
you.
I was like, I will jump in front of whoever.
Same.
So yeah, Jax, it goes, and you see the whip come flying towards you. So you can either try to vigor your way through it, footwork your way through it, whatever you want to do for this. Let me know.
Catch, pull.
Vigor it is.
That's the vibe here. Catch.
Vigor it is.
Get over here. Don't come in here doing all that to me. All right, Vigor. We're doing it. Wow. So close, but not at all. Actually, it's a 4.
We're having fun tonight.
Dang tonight. What does that put you at for the night?
4.
This is your fourth one?
Yeah.
All right. You know the drill.
Wait, no, I'm still at 1.
Still at 1 because you missed the 2-for-1 special.
Yeah, I did.
So
I rolled a 4.
perfect. So all right, this is your moment.
That's 3 4s. I want you to understand. I got a 4 to get this 4th mark of peril, and then a 4th mark of peril, and then I rolled a 4 to beat them in the wild.
So
Hell yeah.
tell me how this works. It's coming to you. You feel yourself start to falter. What pulls you together in this moment and gives you the clarity to not just do what you were doing, but what is your immediate follow-up in this moment that's just going to work?
It's a I think what happens first, instead of catching it, he misses and it begins to wrap around his neck. And in that moment, you would feel the draconic presence burst out from him, and he just says, "Nope," and his scales grow from his neck and sort of cut off that piece of the whip, and he catches it again, this time successfully, and pulls them to himself, and just roundhouse kick to the side of the temple is the vibe, is what I'm going for. If I can do all that.
No. You don't have to roll because you cleared and everything else. It's just in this moment, it is a pure cinematic cut, pull, foot to the side of the head, sending them flipping over and down. Who's next?
No.
I think Coraline will go in as they're flipping through the air and try to catch them with the fans as they go like that.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll a dueling for me. Actually, roll a footwork for me for that. That's all timing and everything else. So roll a footwork for me.
I believe in you.
That's a 4.
That's your hero.
Hey!
So many fours. Let's
So-
go.
You are so many fours. It's the night of the fours.
Yeah,
Your
the Revenge of the
this
Fourth.
is again. This is now your moment. How does this play out? Scene perfect for Coraline in this moment.
I think she just like effortlessly glides underneath as he's like tumbling, and she just fully flips out the fans, and they unravel as she goes, and they just completely catch them in the middle.
Crosscut.
Yeah, crosscut.
Perfect. And there's this blast of heat that kind of Zusu's in the middle of having a real bad time. So he gets the roundhouse that sends him flying, and then it's almost like you're air juggling, like in like a
Like a
game.
fighting game.
Yeah, he's being air juggled right now.
Katana wins.
And correct, with the fans, and that kind of explosion and heat knocks them back up again before they've even had a chance to do anything. Who's next?
Well, if we're doing fighting game mechanics, after a couple of solid juggles, you have to reset with the wall bounce and the OTF. So, I think that if it's okay with you, Kema, I'm gonna do stuff. So I think
Emma wants to avoid the dice as much as possible at this
Fair.
point.
So I think that as they are coming back down that second time, Adam is going to, assuming that it's okay, run up and do the very classic Sentai jump off of the shoulder from Coraline, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
But do the full jump off with like the lance pulled back, and then is going to attempt to thrust it forward into their chest to send them back towards the wall for, again, the wall bounce.
Of course, roll your dueling for me.
Yeah, we can try to do that. We can try. Oh, that dice almost fell off the desk. And we got a 6! Let's
Hey,
go.
fucking
Alright.
hero bounce. Okay. So yeah, okay. Now it's your turn. How does this play out for you?
So I think that there is that full. I think that they do begin to sort of right themselves as they're falling through the air, just in time for Adam to thrust forward, slamming the like tip of the lance into their chest, which creates sparks and sort of an explosion outwards in red that sends them throttling backwards, hitting the wall, and then bouncing back forward.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. All right. Unfortunately,
Bring us home. You got
bring us
this.
home on this.
We believe.
Come on. You got the combo.
Yeah, hell yeah. You gotta finish it. Close it out. Hit the super.
You even have advantage on this. You just need one of the numbers to work.
This is probably a bad time to say I'm really bad at fighting games. I'm more of a JRPG person. Anyway,
That's fair.
That's
You
fine.
got this.
so just is it the
You're
same?
rolling your
Just
hero
roll 2 dice
right
and
now.
Yep. Roll with your dice. Roll 2
I'm-
times.
I'm not even gonna say.
You're
I'm
rolling
just
your
gonna roll.
hero. You
Okay.
got
Okay.
I
it.
spent so
I
many
need to
hours-
know what are you trying? Are you trying to finish the fight?
I'm
What
just
do
gonna fight.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go into anything fancy just in case. I
Roll for
rolled
your
6
dueling.
and an 8.
What's up?
I rolled a 6 and an 8.
You got your
Yes,
hero. Everybody got their hero off on this guy.
Go.
Oh,
Wild.
It is your max number.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. You got
Yeah.
Take
guys-
us
Whip
home.
the shit out of this
Now
thing.
describe. Describe what you do.
everyone either overcame or heroed on this dude. How do you wind up the worst 5 seconds of this person's life?
Oh, this is. I'm sorry. I gotta absorb this because this rarely happens to me.
No, bring it in. By all means, please do.
Time to be cinematic. Which way is I'm trying to remember fighting game things were happening. I wasn't paying attention. I kind of like roam-pottied eyes and glossed over. Um, there was juggling, things being thrown against walls. How? From
So
which direction?
this lizard-like individual who's self-identified as Envy has bounced off of the wall after being roundhouse kicked, cross-cut, and then lanced into the wall and bouncing back off. Now directly towards you. How do you finish this?
I see an opportunity. Alice was kind of beaten, battered, seeming hesitant to draw the blade as the individual's coming towards him. And as he holds the Leomano, suddenly there's a shift. There's no words. The Leomano comes up, and as it powers on, they hold it against their arm, the arm plating, as the blade begins to heat up, waiting for the exact moment when the individual is in front of them, and then chops downward.
So this moment bisects the individual cleanly. And there's this exploding rush of darkness out as they seem to bubble and expand outwards through this, seeming to retake the form of the people that became Envy. And as that explosion kind of forces all of them out, damaged, hurt, but not dangerously so, onto the ground, there's this moment in the air before.
Can I throw a fan in that direction immediately?
Yes, you can. Disadvantage.
I'd like to follow up on this with the lance.
Are
And
you
a shot.
sure? How well did this work
100%.
out for you last time?
I'm so sure.
That's a 3 and a 1.
You want a monologue? Let's go. You gotta earn it.
Okay. How this puts you at 3 or 4?
3.
3. Okay. You need a 3. You need a 3 or 4.
I got a 4
3.
and a 5.
3. Perfect. You also clear. You also clear.
Let's
So-
go.
They go to deflect, but they seem to have not taken you seriously, and you see it barely nicks them. Huh. My, Miss Emberton. There's more ferocity in you than I thought. Alright. Adam, are you throwing, lunging? Are you putting yourself within arm's reach again? What's going on?
Oh, I mean, I will fully throw myself at them 100%. Yeah, let's go.
Alright, roll
We're
your dueling.
both throwing ourselves at
So, okay. So, are you just going for straight power? Are you trying to use technique? What are you doing right now?
Oh, I'm right now. I'm using straight power. We're just.
Okay, vigor.
I believe in you.
Both of you, vigor.
Oh, lovely. I believe in me too.
Fail or hero.
It's a hero and an honor.
So it's just your hero.
This is a good night.
So this would be just a straight hit.
Yeah.
This would be a regular hit, which for him means it doesn't really work.
Mhm.
Disadvantage, you said, right?
Yep.
I got 1. I got an honor and a 7.
Cool. So Jax, you're back at 1. Go ahead and roll for me.
You going to the young version first for some reason. So 7.
So almost reactively in an instant, plants the sword down, fires it, launching themselves up, delivering a punch to the back of Jax's head and a side kick to the side of Adam, sending Jax bouncing off of the ground and Adam flying to the side. That's better. My apologies. It seems you're all the same level of threat after all. Whoop.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Wait.
baby.
Hey, Kay, you okay? You there?
It's in. Oh,
Oh.
we're flashing.
Hi, you okay? Can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry, my internet went out for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just say, it's not what your mama said.
Jax LaFay, my mother had many things to say about you. My grandmother, even more so.
Oh yeah, who might that be?
You know her.
Refresh my memory.
I don't want to knock Jax out, but it's so tempting to just have him just drive his heel into the back of Jax's head right now in that response. Because that would actually be what they do, but I don't actually want to knock Jax out right now.
Fair.
Can
look
Coraline
down
take
at-
a swipe?
What's up?
Can Coraline step in and take a swipe so that he doesn't do that?
No. I mean, yeah, of course, obviously, yes. As could, because Ellis hasn't responded yet. Ellis could try to step into this moment.
I'm still soaking in that I did something.
Ride the high, then. Then ride the high. You heroed last time. You could hero again.
Twice.
You know,
You have a
Yeah,
1 in
twice
8
in a
chance
row.
of rolling your hero your hero every time you roll the die. You got this.
Which you have to do twice.
so you got a 1 in a 16 chance.
See, this was like
Shut
an
up.
Icarus situation.
Shut up. No, it's not.
It's technically not a 1 in 16 chance. It's a 1 in 8 chance twice, which is technically different. Not better, but different.
It's fine. It'll be fun. Write it out.
Okay, well,
Oh, wait,
I'll-
wait, we've got some juice coming in. We got some last minute juice coming in.
Hey, I'll
Yay!
join.
Yeah, there you go. You got juice
Yay,
now.
we got juice
I'll
now.
join
Yeah,
our
we got
Rose
juice.
Knight. I'll join our Rose Knight in attacking.
Let's go.
Yeah, we attacked in pairs. Lovely.
I believe.
I got a 5 and a 7.
Hey, okay, but those are both
I
hits. So
Mhm.
this actually does work. You do get his attention. Like this, you do
You know,
actually save
It
Jackson.
got so quiet for a good second there. I was like, oh well.
I had to double check. I was like,
It was
wait,
nice
I think
having a.
that's-
You had to
It was
check
nice
the
having
chart.
a full house. So yeah, So how do you step in to try to attack on the Paradox King?
No words. Just a step forward. Leo Mano fully revved and still going as Ellis presses against them.
So as Ellis goes to press in, they kick the back of their sword, catching the Leomano, stopping the teeth of it, using their shoulder to do so, which does pull their foot away from the back of Jax's head. My. Such a willful bunch you are. It's a pity. As he flips the sword, disengaging you with the Leomano, taking 2 steps back. But I fear it's time for me to go now. As they take the sword up, flourish down, and there's this explosion of black energy and the sound of... Jax, you know what a dragon sounds like, right? Have you
I would
ever
hope
heard
so,
a
I-
wyvern? Has Jax ever heard a wyvern?
I think he's had I think he familiarized himself with all the different types or styles of dragon, so to speak.
This is
When he
the-
learned that he was one.
This
Yeah.
is definitely not a dragon's roar. It is the pitch is wrong, the tenor's too tinny for it, but this is definitely a very large wyvern, probably an elder wyvern, the kind that could probably fight a dragon and have a decent chance of winning. Roars out in this darkness, and when the darkness clears, it is just the lot of you, the bodies of the recovering people, and the sound of the constables coming in. And that's where we're going to end tonight. everybody.
Hooray!
I think we did pretty good.
To be fair,
Mhm.
I think this is an absolute win.
Yeah.
You guys, look. You guys saved before anybody's soul got truly and fully amalgamized and couldn't be separated.
yeah, I
You
think the
saved
most important
a
thing is
lot
that.
of people. None of you died.
Also, Ellis was truly the MVP here.
Yeah,
That was so
Correct.
cool.
Yo,
Because
I'm gonna learn how to play
the
Tekken now.
that boot was about to attempt to go through the back of Jack LaFay's head. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Oh, yikes.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Listen, you got the final hit. You saved Jax. You're the one who keyed us into any of what was going on. Ellis,
Mhm.
true MVP here.
Correct.
For sure.
I
Put the
gotta take
team
a nap.
on their back. Yeah.
Valid. But
Yeah.
before you can take a nap, we have to do something very, very important.
Oh no.
And who's going to go ahead and close us off tonight? Let's start again with Jax.
Oh, okay, that's what this is. I thought it was going to be like after credit scene.
We
That
don't
was
have
so
time,
weird.
unfortunately.
Hello, I am Extel, aka at Extro the King on all the socials. Maybe, possibly, you might not never know that, but you do now. Maybe you can catch me here a lot of the time because I'm the social media manager here for Tales for the Table Studios, and we do stuff. For instance, on Sunday we have Sunday Disguise, and you can catch me running that for one of the people here, Lion, and also Cass, who was in the chat earlier tonight. And there will be it's a beach episode. It'll be fun. They'll have time to role play and talk to each other, and hang out.
I don't
They
trust
don't
it.
have to worry about the sky
I don't
ripping
trust it.
apart still.
I've been traumatized. I don't trust beach
I mean,
episodes
no,
anymore.
it's not like
Oh, there
it's
goes
not
my
like the
plan for
magics that are in
Christmas.
the world is getting messed up because of the sky literally ripping apart because there's a tear in the fabric of reality, and so these floating islands you're on might crash. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, you can catch me also next Tuesday here for the back in time table. For this one where I play Young Jax, who's even more of a crash out. If you can believe that.
Outro.
But yeah, and then you can there's a lot of other stuff. Wednesday there's Marleo stuff happening. Emerald City by night. Marley and Leo were vampires from Superhero Shenanigans. That are the characters for me and Kate. Thursday, Sanguine Scourge, Camera of the Table. Friday is Anarch Table. There's a lot of stuff happening, and you can catch me at all of those things that I just mentioned. And I start playing that's happening, you can click my links for that stuff on my socials to see what games I have available. It's a werewolf and a vampire game. You go check those out, see if you want to join those. And I'm also raising funds for a PC to get to so this old girl doesn't have to continue to struggle because she is struggling. So you can check that out on my throne also if you click the links on my socials. And Bloodlines 2 is coming out on Tuesday, so if you don't hear from me, that's why. I'm gonna pass it over. We're going in a similar order. We're gonna go to K next, I guess. Are we popcorning it? Can I popcorn it?
Hi, I'm Kay. I had fun today. It was awesome. I played Coraline Emberton, and it was great. You can't find me anywhere. I don't exist. I'm going to pass it on to Gemma.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Cam. I'm like all the other nerds you follow, but at 1 HP this time. You can find me at Apocalyptic Unlimited. I do some of the art and sometimes I run tech. You can find me on my socials at FaveThemChem at most other places. And I think that's about it. Lion, take it away, please.
Actually, it'll be me, and then.
Oh,
we'll be
sorry.
topping over Ryan. No, it's
Grim,
fine.
take it away, please.
Hello, and again, hello everybody. As always, I am TR Grim. You can find me everywhere on the internet at empathic_Grim. I am a game designer, game reviewer, and that's what I do. You can also find me on a soon-to-be, there's a hiccup on it, but a soon-to-be existing YouTube channel, to where you'll be able to find my own party's Wild Sea game coming up soon, as well as some other odds and ends that'll be fun up and running here close enough. And I'm going to steal a line from Lion this time because I haven't had a chance to say it yet, and I really, really want to say it. Always remember to tell your tales, and we're going to pass that over to Lion.
Hey, y'all, it's Drake Lionheart. Most people call me Lion. I use they, he pronouns. You can find me everywhere online, and it's Drake Lionheart. That's the place to find me. And here on Tales from the Table Studios. Along with our Discord, which is a wonderful place full of creatives, great storytellers, designers, and just overall wonderful human beings. If you want to come say hi, check that out, hang out with us. It's down in our About section. You can also find it in all our socials across everywhere that we are at, either Tales from the Table Studios or TFTT Studios, either one. Come say hi, hang out. It's also a great way to keep up to date with all the stuff that we're doing, and it's the place where we post our casting calls and our pitch forms when we're looking for players for games or we're looking for GMs looking to tell stories. So it's a great way to keep up with that and be a part of the stuff that we do here, because we're always looking for new faces and new stories to platform and share. As for me personally, you'll be able to find me next on Sunday on Sundered Skies, which is going to be a beach episode, and I don't trust it in the slightest, but it's going to be a great time. I'm sure, as I continue to play Menagerie, who now has some explaining to do to the rest of the party, considering some information that they clearly didn't exactly share. But we'll get into that on Sunday. It'll be a great time. I'm sure that the sky will still be the only thing sundered and not our party. After that, you won't see me. Oh, actually, after that, you will see me on Tuesday for another edition of our Cozy Co-working. I call it co-working, but really, I just sit and chat with y'all while y'all work. It's a great time. I'm not complaining about that. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Always recommend it.
We've had some great conversations. We've talked about wrestling. We've talked about TTRPGs. We've talked about Legos. We've talked about food. We've talked about a whole bunch of stuff. So come through. We can chat about anything you want. I'm here for it. Oh, and like 90s cartoons. We chatted about 90s cartoons too, which was cool. So that's going to be at 11 a.m. It's every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern. That's every Tuesday. I usually hang out for about 2 hours. Sometimes I try and do a little more. Sometimes I have to do a little bit less. Some of it depends on where my body's feeling that day, but I hang out for as long as I can, and I really love doing it with all of you. Then you won't see me Tuesday evening, but I will be behind the scenes for the next episode of Nights of Magic and Mystery, where I'll be in the chat, hanging out, talking about all of the craziness, because I'm sure it's going to be a time just like today was a time. After that, you'll see me on Tuesday over at Live from the Apocalypse for Neon, a Girl by Moonlight cyberpunk game, where I play the not actually dead sad boy Leo. It's going to be great. That cast is amazing, and I'm so honored to be at that table the same way I'm honored to be at this table. And just like you should check this out, you should definitely go check that out. I'm not sure if we're still raising money for medical aid for Palestinians. LFTA raises money with every game they do. I'm not sure if it's still that one or if we've hit our goal and are doing something else, but come check it out and you will be able to find out. Other than that, I am... Oh, yes, Leo's amazing. Yes, and Bat. We can continue to talk about Bat family counseling there. I'm down for that. Always. After that, on the server... Yes.
I'll also pop, because we're talking about raising money for things.
Oh yeah.
I'll throw in for Sunder Skies. We're raising money for RISIS, an organization that is dedicated to helping immigrant families come to the U.S. and help them with anything legal that they might have to deal with, and help them get settled in, helping the community. It's a great organization, and in the light of the terrible, terrible people that are in charge of our country right now, that are trying to actively harm said people that are trying to just live here in peace, I think it's a pretty good cause to donate to. So you can come by Sundered Skies, and if you can give, you can give. If not, you can share it. Links from the rooftop and all that. But back to you, Lai.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'd love to have you. Like I said, if you can donate to it. If not, that's cool. Let people know about it. That's a great way to do it. We just hit halfway to our first goal, which is really hype. If you can help us get further along, that's always huge for us, through whatever means that is. Even if it's just hanging out in the chat, because the more people in our chat, the more people on Twitch will see it, and the more people on Twitch see it, or on YouTube see it, the more people will show up, and the more chances there are for people to donate and share. Everything helps. Literally anything helps. We're really, really excited and appreciative of everything that we get in support. Then, I think I was up to movie night. Next Friday, we're going to be watching Hard Eyes over in the server. It's a wonderful rom-com slasher by one Josh Rubin. It's a great, great movie. If you haven't seen it, come hang out. We're going to put it on. We're going to hang out. We have a chat to talk about it in. It's great.
Great.
It's so good. Also, thank you for the congratulations. We're so hyped about it. Yeah, and I think that's everything that matters other than... Oh, right. So, actually, at the end of the month, if you haven't seen it yet, it should be on YouTube. You should go watch part 1 of One Night at Ollie's 2. If you have seen it, then don't worry, part 2 will be Tuesday, October 28th. It's going to be a great time as we resolve this second one, and my hope is that by the time we get there, I will have One Night at Ollie's 2 ready for publishing, and it will be released so that you too can take it and go continue the Ollie's saga. Hope potentially trilogy. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a great time. I think that's everything that I have to go through. Yes, it is a rom-com slasher. If you poke me in the Discord server, I am down to talk about it forever. It's so good. For now, we're going to disappear in a moment, and when we do, don't leave, because we are going to go raid Smoking Glue Guns, who are playing, I'm hoping I'm saying it right, The Veil of Athium, which is a D&D 5e game that they're running. It's a great cast, wonderful story. Stick around, check it out. They've got cool art. It's a good time. So until next time, remember, take care of yourself, eat enough food, drink enough water, love yourself, do the things you gotta do even when they're hard. Remember to create space for people that you can support and to accept support from others around you, because right now more than ever before, community's been super important, and that's going to continue to be true for quite a while. Until next time, always remember to tell your tales. Love you so much. We'll see you soon. Bye.